Live with Landyachtz will begin shortly. Happy Thursday. Live with Landyachtz starts now.
Hey guys, Reese here. We're changing it up today. Alex is away, so I'm the one leading today. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. So what was your favorite part? I really liked the part where Alex like bounces off that wall into the garbage cans. That was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. I don't know, I skate with Alex a lot and he doesn't bounce very much, but that was good. So moving on, we have the item of the week. Oh, not this one. The White Lines butter. One of our surf skates. So we have a 48-hour discount code going that is SURFBUTTER20. That's all caps, no spaces. SURFBUTTER20. SURFBUTTER20. You'll get 20% off a Butter White Lines on the website right now. So this board is super fun for ripping around. One of my favorite things about that board is that you don't have to touch the ground. You can just like pump around as hard as you can, and you go so fast. You can go from like 0 to 30 and like just pumping. And as you get better at it, you can get going faster and less pumps over time, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. But anyways, yeah, if you watched one of our surf skates videos, like the surf skate race course championship video, I was in. I think I got 3rd place.
No, I did.
Oh. Oh. I mean, yeah, if you watch any of those videos, you can see how everyone just like pumps around the course and makes it, I don't know, super easy just rip around without touching the ground. Maybe they touch the ground if they fall, but your feet don't touch the ground. Anyways, do we have any questions in the live chat before we move on?
Someone just said their favorite part was Alex crashing, obviously. No, I think we're pretty good.
Cool. So, moving on again, we have a poll going.
Pool party. Remember, your vote is your voice.
If you vote, at least you can't complain because you've done your part in it.
And if you don't vote, you're gonna get a spanking.
I think I will vote.
You know, I don't understand you people.
You can vote.
Vote or die!
Yeah, so we have a poll going right now, which is this time you get to vote on what spot we're gonna skate in the next video. Now, since we were just talking about surf skates, this video that you're voting on is gonna be a surf skate video. So there is 4 spots to choose from in this poll. So we're gonna either skate on surf skates at the Georgia Banks,
Here it comes. Let me just get the.
which looks like this. Oh,
sorry.
anyways, the Georgia Banks is a really famous spot. It's, yeah, it was used in Skate. No, not Skate, Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I know my video games, I should know that. Yeah, but they just made it like the lamest little quarter pipe, which is not very, how do I say, realistic compared to like the super scary Georgia Banks that exist and like launch you onto a main street. I don't know. Gnarly spot. So the second spot that we have is this bridge overpass, and it's like a pretty well-known spot in Vancouver because it's just like a super overarching overpass thing that's not very common downtown. And so that one looks like this. Here's the Google Maps. And you can get going pretty fast down that. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know, but I think you could pump all the way up it on a surf skate without touching the ground, as I said. But yeah, it's super chill, but really fun. And things get kind of hectic when you have too many people going around those corners. So the third spot that you guys can vote on in this poll is the Bonzer Flow Bowl. Now, if we were to do a video there on a surf skate, I think that would be like a good way to see people just go launching off their boards. You go too fast up and down one of those curves, you just, I don't know. I could see Alex doing it. But yeah, I don't know. So that spot I've never been to personally. I think it's new.
No, it's like 10 years old.
Oh, it's okay. It's like 10 years old. I think I have been to that spot then. But yeah, that bowl is fun from what I've heard. It's I don't know, not as snaky as it could be, but it's like a big rectangle. The fourth spot that you guys can vote on for us to skate in the surf skate video that we're gonna make is this park with paths. Now I think this is my favorite spot in my opinion, just because it's kind of unique compared to the other ones. This one you'd have to like kind of figure out how to slide on the surf skate and figure out how to maneuver some corners. That's like not something we've really filmed on a surf skate too much yet, I don't think. But yeah, I don't know. So make sure you guys check out all 4 of these spots before voting, and then get on that poll so you can vote for which spot we're gonna skate in the next surf skate video, which is gonna be coming out hopefully pretty soon. We don't do things amazingly quickly, but we'll get there.
We'll play the footage on the next live stream. So as long as you watch the next live stream, you'll see it.
There you go. The man has spoken. So the link to vote is in the description below. And I think maybe someone's gonna spam it in the chat as well a couple times for you, but it's in the description below. So make sure you go down there, check that out, vote, and tell me where I should be skateboarding soon. Now, since we're talking about the poll party, it's time to use footage from our last stream results. You can choose the Ripper.
No,
So,
they did choose.
oh, you chose the Ripper. So Alex and Liam hit up this alley that we scoped on Google Street View, and I don't know, it looks like they had a pretty good time. So let's check out that footage.
All right.
Okay, so we picked the spot, you guys picked the board. We're gonna go to this skate spot, but you guys get to decide what board I'm gonna ride. And the winning vote was the Ripper, so we're gonna go and ride this alley now on the Ripper, and we've got one with Easy Hogs and we've got one with Fatty Hogs. It's the one over there that Liam's holding. I'm gonna ride the one with the Easy Hogs, and Liam's gonna ride the one with the Fatty Hogs, ham bone. When we got here, I was like, right away, I was like, oh yeah, that's the one from Street View. This part is steeper than I expected on Street View, but that bottom steep section is less steep than I expected on Street View. And there's also a lot more blackberry bushes than I realized there was on Street View. And we've just been eating blackberries this whole time. That's the size of that blackberry compared to an Easy Hog.
Oh, wow.
And Spaceball bearing too.
So you're gonna eat it?
Yeah, ow, yeah. And it's kind of just this big, straight, long alley. The run is pretty long. You don't go down and stop right away. That's what's nice about it. And I think that's where the Ripper's nice, because you can kind of get into the rhythm. You know, you can just pop from one turn to the next. And the Ripper's really good for that, because it's nice and flexy. Yes. And the polar bears keep it nice and stable. Yeah, the choice of boards is great. And hopefully at some point Liam would be down to trade boards, because I kind of want to try out those Fatty Hogs and you can go a little bit faster when you've got more grip. And yeah, like, I mean, I'm here with Liam. I always love skating with Liam. And like, yeah, I mean, it looks pretty much run down and kind of just typical East Van style, pretty much exactly like the Street View. I don't think much has changed around here, except for maybe this blacktop is the only part that's new. You can already see there's some stain lines on it, so you always got to lay down those stain lines when you see that fresh blacktop. I mean, you guys knew there was gonna be banks on the side probably. That might be why some of you guys voted for the gripper. Like, come off these little ledges and you just use the kicktail, just boop. You just fly off those little ledges and the kicktail's perfect for it. Okay, we swap boards. Let's see how it goes now. Fatty hogs are nice because you can really do more aggressive turns. Yeah, they've got a bit more grip, but they still slide really smooth. All in all, the boards ride pretty similar. Yeah, I had a lot of fun on both. Depends on if I want to slide or if I want to just go fast.
Slightly narrower contact patch on the easy hogs. Get a little bit more bite out of them when you're sliding. Sometimes hook up a little too hard.
Did you like
because
these
of the
hogs?
sharp lips.
Did you like them?
They're a more precise tool for what we were just doing. I almost felt like I could slide over more things with the fatties. So like not hook up while sliding over.
This board just feels good in your hands.
This one feels somewhat the same. But I don't have his hands, so I don't know.
The board choice was excellent. I'd say I'm looking forward to the next vote because you guys are good. You guys make some good decisions on boards.
10 out of 10 would agree. This board is a great board for this alley.
Yeah.
That looked like a really fun alley to skate. I'm kind of choked I wasn't there. Not gonna lie, but I've been injured. I can't complain. But anyways, time to remind you, we have the 48-hour discount code in effect. SurfButter20, SurfButter, I'm doing it backwards, 20, all caps, no spaces. Use that code on our website, and you get 20% off a Butter White Lines in the next 48 hours. That's a complete. That's 20% off a complete. We've never done that before, I don't think.
Nope.
That's pretty cool. So, the next segment is Ryan's recommendations. This is the second time we're running a Ryan's recommendations segment because it looks like Ryan's kind of a popular guy, I guess. I don't know. You guys seem to like Ryan. I like Ryan. But yeah, this time Ryan recommends a place or a business for us to check out and then we skate there. This time he suggested a crazy snack shop. And Alex, you know Alex, he's all about his snacks, all about his food, eats like a lot. So yeah, he was all about skating down there and we took a video. So we're definitely gonna check that one out right now.
Here we go.
Ryan's recommendation.
We are here at Lucky's Bodega for another installation of Ryan's recommendation. This time he suggested this awesome candy shop. We're gonna go inside and check it out. And we've got the Ditch Life Birds and the Dinghy Fender dump truck for the day. Yeah, there's 2 locations. We're at the first one and the second one's down the hill a ways. We're gonna check this one out and cruise over to the second one. Should be a good time.
You guys from the Landyachtz team?
Yeah, dude.
Honestly, I'm a huge fan.
Cool, that's
Not
sick.
gonna lie, I've owned a lot of like longboards, the 925, have switch blades, that have all kinds of longboards. Yeah, that's fire.
That's amazing. They've got gate trucks. These guys are all skaters. They've all had Landyachtz boards. They've got a good taste, you know? Oh, look at all these shoes. I would love to try to spin it. You gotta get this. Oh, and it'll keep spinning forever.
Basically, yeah.
Single stick.
Oh, that's cool that you guys sell cereal though.
We do. We got the hype beast cereal.
I've never seen that before.
And the
Flintstones.
That's on me.
No way.
Enjoy it. Let me know how you like it.
Should we pick up some more candy for the road, guy?
Oh, of course.
You said you like chocolate. This is crack. It's chocolate crack.
Okay.
Thank me later.
Yeah, what kind of candy does Liam like? We gotta pick up some candy for Liam. Sick.
Pika Pika.
Only 1 out of 2. You still have the other location to go.
Martin's so excited to see you guys, bro.
Let's go. This is sick.
Take care, boys.
Peace, boys. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. God, I should have brought a bigger backpack. Oh, they hooked us up, man. I'm just packing up. I'm packing up all the snacks so we don't have to carry it in our hands, and then we can skate with both hands at the same time. Popcorn. I don't know if it's good or bad.
The one on the right.
Right on the line. Wow, those easy hogs, man. You can see this one's starting to break in. That's looking pretty good. Yeah, it's a nice wear pattern. All right, let's find some alleys. Let's go down this alley. We're gonna go right past the second house I ever lived in Vancouver. Oh, I think I touched it. I used to live here. That one on the right was my garage, and I used to park my Toyota Tercel in that garage every day. I'd open this gate and I'd drive all the way to Grouse Mountain and then take the tram all the way up, and I would teach kids how to ski all day, and then I'd drive home in the dark because it was the middle of winter. And it was nice, it felt good. I was like 18 years old and I had my own gate and I had my own driveway. It was really crappy though. There was a mouse problem and the landlord lied to us about the mice. So I told him and he lowered our rent. Okay, let's go. Look at that car.
Oh.
I also want to say I love the white trim on this. It's cool. Once you slap the grip tape on there, it just gives you this new little white outline. It's kind of like black on white. It looks sick. I gotta say, I'm loving this board so far. I think the gloves are coming off. You know, we're kind of done with downhill for now. School's out, let's go.
Right.
Oh, look what it is! One and only.
We get there.
Well, dude, I'm running this ditch life.
It's like you need to scratch it up a little.
These birds aren't gonna look so pretty after this. They're gonna look absolutely beautiful instead. Okay.
Turtle chips.
They gave us this Flintstones cereal.
What? Cocoa Pebbles. I remember that from my childhood.
Look, I got a Michelada kit.
Michelada kit.
Yeah, just add beer. I got Now and Later Morphs, Flavor Change, Chex Mix, Muddy Puddles. I got Dunkaroo Dip. I got Green Grape Cow Piss.
Green grape. What? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, that's what they said. I got Trolley Sour Bite Octopus. I got a yellow Miranda, and I got Dragon Fruit Red Bull, which I'm gonna drink right now. I had to get Airheads because I haven't had Airheads for a long time. Finally, I got a frozen Kit Kat, and it was popcorn flavor. I'll take the plastic for you.
You know what my favorite thing about beer is? Getting it stuck in my mustache. Oh, it's so much nicer when it's spicy like that.
Nice. Damn. I'm gonna have to go back for some Michelada kits. Oh my god!
Yeah, wow, look at that.
Whoa. How many layers is that?
4.
Oh my gosh. Those are delicious. They're like quad layered bugles.
They're like bugles, but better. Great recommendation, Ryan. Yeah, so they have 2 locations, and it's the same owner for both locations. It's family owned. They have all good candy. It's all downhill towards the second location, so we're just gonna skate to the second spot. If they have any Dunkaroos, I'm gonna buy some Dunkaroos.
Never been so happy to be in between 2 convenience stores. Magic crystals.
Have any recommendations for spots in the area?
Park across the street has a sweet path. If you
There's a path?
Oh, you know, if you want to ride a couch or
I love paths. Let's go.
Sandwich. Hey, good game. I gotta go back to work. You guys have fun.
This is where the dinghy vendor comes in. This is faster. And that's more playful. You start up there at the top of that hill. You go under all these fantastic conifers, and then you curve, and you take this bend, and there's just a bunch of corners back to back, and you're just gripping like this, woo, 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 woo. And then there's a nice long run out, so you don't even have to foot brake at the bottom. You just have to keep your feet on the board and look at the bottom of the hill, and you'll make it A-okay. Okay, switchboards. I know some fun twisty little lines that'll take us down past the SkyTrain. You go under the SkyTrain and then there's these twisty little lines that take you to Trout Lake. You gotta work the contours in the land and always try to stay as elevated as possible, as long as possible, so that your final section is always gonna be downhill. A little bit uphill for a lot of downhill. Those Plow Kings are too fast. Aerodynamics kick in. I almost got attacked by that giant dog. Hey buddy, this is where all the geese hang out. You can hear them honking. Go like this. I'm gonna use the Plow Kings to ride down this dirt.
Okay, I'll change it.
I've been doing a lot of sliding and these little easies are getting pretty hot, so I'm gonna try to cool them down. Good as new. I think this is a good time to put the Lucky's Bodega exotic sticker on my helmet. And the chrome mirrors, look at that, that's a wooden steering wheel, dude. Oh my God, that's so nice. No rust. Oh, and the center exhaust pipe. We've got like quite a bit of downhill. Basically, our next stop is the Lucky's Bodega on Hastings. If you ever need to hide your skateboard, just find one of these bushes. See, no one's gonna find that. This is one of those, this is a community book box. I mean, you have to assume a 1-to-1 ratio, otherwise this thing will eventually be empty. That's how it works, right? All right, we're at the final location. We're gonna go and check it out and see if they have anything new. We are just stopping by. We just skated here from the other location. Yeah.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, we made it.
I'm waiting like a month for you guys, man.
I gotta get one of these. Oh, it's just like a wrapped up. I guess I'll find out, right? I guess I'll find out. I need. Oh yeah. I need a drink. I have the most wicked cereal. Oh, we skated out of the last one, so we can do it here too. Oh yeah, look at those skates. That's pretty wicked, man. This is it. Let's go. We're gonna give Louise a Chex Mix because Louise and his girlfriend, they both work for Landyachtz, and so yeah, man, that's some candy right there. Check it out. There's edible money. Oh, I want edible money. Okay. Well, let's split it. It's like potato-y. See you guys.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm actually so excited for this. The last time I had a michelada, we were in LA. This is like redemption for the fact that we never got to go to LA this winter and we had to film the lineup release in Vancouver in the winter. This is my reward for all that. This is my reward for all that hard work. Cheers. Salty. Okay, now it's pretty good. It'd be tough to make it not throw off. Just had to let it mix in, I think.
So if you haven't noticed, we're the masters of technical failures, but you know, you live and you learn. So that looked like a pretty good spot to get munchies. Not gonna lie, I've already been there. Haha. So let's check out some questions from the chat. You guys let us know. We'll get to them in a little bit. We're checking questions that happened earlier. So Eric asks, I thought Alex lost his chrome dome. By chrome dome, we mean the silver helmet with all the stickers and whatnot. Now, here's the thing. Alex did lose his chrome dome, but somehow it appeared inside a speaker amp in Calgary. And Alex's friend just calls him up one day, hey, I got your chrome dome. I don't know, Alex, man, just the weirdest things happen with his things and his, I don't know. Sure. Joshua asks, what lengths are polar bear truck axles? So just the axle parts? I don't know.
Sure.
But the polar bear trucks come in 105, 130, 155, and 180. The axle lengths, I'm pretty sure, are pretty standard across skateboard trucks, and so sure if you Google that, I'm like really sure that's what the axle length is, with like a plus or minus 5% margin of error probably. That's too large of a margin of error for manufacturing. It's smaller than that. Yeah. Oh, we got another question. We got more questions.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Robert said that the shop should be next to a dispensary. I think it used to be next to a dispensary.
It still is.
Oh, it still is?
If you check like one of the first shots in the video, you can see there's a dispensary right next to it.
Oh wow. Okay, so I didn't even know that. Okay. Huh. I gotta go there again. But yeah. Okay. Moving on to the poll again. Just reminding you guys to hit up the poll. We're gonna check the results. It looks like. What spot is that? It looks like the bridge spot is winning by like a reasonable margin. So if you feel strongly about that, you should probably go into the poll below and vote about which spot we should skate in the next video on our surf skates. Because we're doing this whole surf skate themed thing. Because I like surf skates. But yeah, so before we move on to our next video, which is an interview with the man, the myth, the legend, Wolfgang, Forrester, Coleman, Miller. Wolfgang, he set the stand-up slide world record a couple of years back. And I live like a couple blocks from the hill that he did that record on. And man, it is insanely steep. It's so steep that like you literally have problems standing up on it. It's like you're practically falling over. And the craziest part about this, it took him like multiple tries. He would walk up like 4 blocks or something and kick for 4 blocks straight downhill as hard as he could until I think he was going like 80 kilometers an hour. Like he's going fast, man. And then just rip out that stand. It was like a line drawn across the ground. He'd like kick up until the line and then rip out that stand-up slide and just all the way. And like the day after he did that, me and my friends went and skated that hill and we could see his lines. It was like, who did this? What happened? And then the video comes out and we're like, whoa. Yeah, good times, good stories. But yeah, here's an interview with the man, the myth, the legend, Wolfgang Coleman.
All right, I gotta get it for the gram. Okay, so Wolfgang Coleman, is that your full name?
My full name is Wolfgang Forrest Miller Coleman.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for those that don't know, tell us who you are and tell us what your affiliation is with Landyachtz.
So I'm Wolfgang Coleman, and I've been with Landyachtz in some way or another since 2008. Started riding for them 2009, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then 2010, I started designing the board, the Wolf Shark.
Wow.
And this board right here is the original prototype design that I'd come up with. The shape is virtually the same as the production model. What got me into downhill was just bombing hills. Because I didn't even know what a slide was. I didn't know what downhill skateboarding was. I didn't know what slide gloves were. I just knew that I could get on a longboard. It was a bit more stable than a little skateboard and go down a hill.
It goes a lot faster.
It goes a lot faster. so that's what I did. And I was like 11 years old and I was doing this. Bombing around hills by my elementary school, Clark Park. Started there and then learned what a slide was. Got into the community.
So you really were a stand-up slider more than a hands-down slider.
Definitely. Like I could do hands down slides.
Yeah.
Like, that's where all of everything that I learned about downhill began.
Yeah.
Because I first started by racing.
But then once you discovered stand-up slides, then that became your specialty after that.
That definitely became more of what I was focusing on was stand-up slides.
Yeah. You even had a world record, right?
Yeah, so 10 years ago I had the world record.
Yeah.
At the time, at first I'd seen Kevin Reimer do a big stand-up slide.
Oh,
I think he was in Spain. No, he did like a 50-foot stand-up slide or something like that.
Okay.
Or he made a post online, and I was like, I want to do a bigger one. So I went out and practiced and did a bigger one and posted that. And from there, I guess that started to get a few other people to start trying to beat the record. And eventually, I got up to 162 feet, which was just squeaking out Kevin's previous record. And that one held for a year before it got beat by like 3 different people in a matter of a few days, a couple months.
When you broke the world record for the longest stand-up slide, what gear were you using for that?
I rode a Switchblade, top-mounted with Grizzly Precisions, and some like prototype wheels that we had. So if you see the video, you can see there's no thin lines being left behind. They're kind of dark, but I think that's just smearing like the asphalt, because that was like a newly paved road.
Yeah, like it's weird.
Yeah.
It's almost like cleaning off the road more than like, the
leaving
wheel,
urethane
leaving urethane behind.
Yeah.
It's no longer the skill of the rider so much as it's just you need to be able to find the right hill now.
Yeah, well, to go over 100 feet, like well over 100 feet, you definitely needed a big enough hill. Yeah, it needed to be steep enough, or you just needed to be skitched into it. And that's, I never really liked skitching because it's too dangerous. And I did break the record this one time, but Billy messed up the shot. Go check out that video here. We got some questions from you. Thanks for submitting them. Let's roll through them right now.
Is there going to be another wolf shark?
It's been 10 years since the first one came out. 10 years. So maybe. Next question, please.
In the Instagram story post that we made, when you had that haircut, the skullet.
The skullet.
So did you lose a bet?
No, I won a bet. I grew my skullet out for 2 years.
Nice.
That wasn't a short, quick, oh, my longest hair, time to do a skullet, now cut it off. It was a full commitment for 2 years to grow it out.
Give us some tips for learning slides if you don't have big hills.
Okay, so I'd say if you don't have a big hill, like fortunately I grew up in an area, Vancouver, with a lot of big hills. Yeah. But if you had small hills, your best bet would to get slidey wheels. Get wheels that slide really easily.
That's a good idea.
Easy hogs work really great for that. If it rains, skate in the rain. I learned how to do slides in the rain. Like, don't be afraid to get a bit wet. Dry your board off after. If you're worried about rust and stuff, get a blow dryer.
Right now, if somebody wanted to get a free ride board, what do you think they should get?
Switchblade, amazing board.
I would say either Switchblade or Freedive right now.
Freedive is great as well. I've been riding that around recently, and it's super comfy. It's top mounted, so if you're learning how to free ride, top mounts are slightly harder. You add a little bit of a challenge at the beginning, you're going to be better in the long run.
That is great advice.
So when I'm talking to people, they're like, what should I get for a free ride board from Landyachtz? I say, get a Switchblade. You can ride it drop down and drop through, or you can ride it just drop through and top mount it.
Yeah.
And that's how I rode it. That's how Dylan rode it. That's how Graham Heistad rode it. Pretty much all Landyachtz team riders rode their Switchblades top mounted because they wanted to use it for racing and free riding.
What's your favorite vegetable?
It's probably broccoli.
Broccoli. What kind of features from the Wolf Shark have spilled over into other boards, and how did the Wolf Shark influence the current lineup?
I think one thing that definitely came up a bunch was the flush mounts. So flush mounting, so that you can mount your trucks around concave areas that allow you to get better leverage for racing and even just free riding stuff. So I know the Cheese Grater has that, the Freedive has it, the Obsidian has it, Dexter is including flush mounting in his board for a new production, I believe.
The way that the 2011 board was cut on the tail is one of the ways that I figured out how to do the tail on the Cheese Grater. Could be the first board to have multiple wheelbase options.
Because you have multiple wheelbase options, designing wheel wells that allow for that. If you ever have questions, feel free to hit me up online anywhere.
You're moving to Toronto, right?
Yeah, so I'm moving to Toronto, and so I'm excited to meet everybody out there. Reach out, I'm stoked to see the community out there.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna be working as a sales rep in Ontario for Landyachtz as well. So hopefully, supporting the community out there a lot. Really excited for that.
If there is a board meeting next year, we'll have to come out and visit you for the board meeting.
Check out the board meeting and go. Like, it's worth traveling from wherever you are.
That's it, man. Like, I got all my questions. Thank you very much.
See you all around.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Right.
All right, we're back. So we're moving on to our featured board. So today's featured board.
Choose your destiny. Excellent.
Oh, featured board. So today's featured board is the Dinghy Mischief. So Dinghy Mischief is kind of like the Dinghy Turbo from when we had the Dinghy Turbo, but it's a little bit better. I don't know why, I just like it more. Dinghy Mischief was recognized in the Ryan's recommendation video that we just played. It's got big 72 millimeter plow hogs, and it's great for riding over debris and like off-roading and stuff, because these wheels are so massive you can ride over basically anything. I don't know, I rode over my mom's toes and she was not happy about it. So this is actually the one that Guff, I think, used in one of our previous videos That's why it's so beaten up. But, I don't know, you can see that it takes a beating. The Dinghy Mischief is a sick board. So, off from our featured board, we got the board builder. So, the Landyachtz website just implements a feature. Thank you, Ron. Not right, Dan. Thank you, Dan. We just implemented a feature where you can build a customized dinghy. So you can select a graphic and a shape, and you can select one of two different truck lengths, and then depending on the truck length that you get, we've got either chubby hogs or fatty hogs. Now, the reason that we have limited the truck length to a certain set of wheels, whether it be if you have the shorter trucks, I think you get the smaller wheels, and the wider trucks is the bigger wheels. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. The reason we've done that is to minimize wheel bite. So we got engineers that have done all the math and figured out the perfect way to set up your skateboard. And so we just don't want you to mess up that one little thing. You put wheels that are too big or too small on your skateboard, and it kind of makes it ride a little bit wonky and not perfect. One of my favorite things about Landyachtz boards is that right out of the box, they're like so much fun to ride. I think that's a reason that Landyachtz boards are so good, is that anyone can just pick them up and be like, wow, this is from the bushings to the trucks to the wheels, everything is like quality, you just have a great time. So saying that, we can customize our board so you're not stuck with the same boring color wheels and whatever that everyone else has when you show up at school. Let's start it. So I'm going to go to the customize a dinghy part of the website. There we are. It's the board builder. So first we're going to start by selecting the dinghy deck that we want to customize. Now, I'm going to scroll through these options. We got the classic dinghy emboss. Ooh, the adventure skeleton. That one's kind of cool. The dinghy hibiscus. I got one of those right now. The skeleton. The paper tiger. I'm not going to try pronouncing that one, but...
Chartreuse.
The Meowjawana. Kind of like that one. The pine cone. I like that one too. The UV sun blunt. Now that one changes color in the sun. You bring it out in the sun, and the sun on the graphic turns orange, purple. It turns something. We got a couple boards that do that. That one's pretty cool. We have the Wildcats blunt. Oh, moving on to a different shape. Oh, I didn't realize. We got the shape 9. We got the blunt. We got the blunt. The classic dinghy, the classic fender dinghy shape. So within each dinghy shape, we have different graphics. So if you go on the website and you click on like dinghy shape 9, there's 2 or 3 different graphics to choose from. They're all on dinghy shape 9. So our board builder's been set up to use that. So you can, there's like a bunch of different dinghy blunts to choose from, a bunch of different classic dinghies to choose from. And then we have the coffin dinghy. I think I'm gonna get a coffin dinghy. So I'm gonna choose that one. And then we move on to the trucks. So yeah, 105 polar bears is your first option for trucks. Now the shorter trucks are a lot more turny and more agile. So they provide, how do I say, a little bit less stability, if that makes sense, but you have a lot more fun on the board, in my opinion. So I'm gonna choose the shorter trucks, and the wider trucks are more stable, but they don't have as sharp a turning radius, nor do they, it's not like wheelbase based, I guess, but it's based on how close the wheels are together. It just doesn't feel like it's turning as sharp, if that makes sense. But with the trucks being further apart, you're just more stable at speed kind of thing. And I guess you also get to ride a little bit bigger wheels, which is, I guess, beneficial if you want to go like down hills and stuff. Smaller wheels. I got it backwards. I always get that backwards. Yeah, smaller wheels on the big trucks, bigger wheels on the small trucks.
Easier for tricks.
So yeah, because I've chosen the smaller trucks, these are the wheels that I get to choose from. Now if I go up a little bit and I choose the bigger trucks, we see that the wheel selection has changed. So the website doesn't make you choose the wrong thing. You can't mess this up. So I want the small trucks, and the wheel option has changed to 63 fatty hogs all across the board. All of these are 63 millimeter fatty hogs. Yeah. And then I kind of want the pink swirled ones. No, I want the blue. Yeah, I want the blue. No, I want the pink. No, I want the blue. No, I want the pink. You guys tell me. You guys tell me what I should get. I don't know. So yeah, after that we get to choose our risers, hardware, and the bearings that we want. So I'm gonna go for angled risers because it's gonna be that extra bit of turn and whatnot. With the angled risers, they're wedged. If that makes sense. You have the flat part, and then one part of the riser is at an angle like this. It's like a triangle, I guess, and it shifts your truck one way or another depending on how you put on the riser, which will give that truck more or less turn. Now, when we put on angled risers, we put 2 of them like that, I believe. Just give the board one of them on the front, just to give it a lot more turn. Sorry, but it works. I like it a lot. So hardware, one option for hardware. I don't know why we were choosing hardware, but
Might not want hardware.
okay, I guess if you don't want hardware, sure. And then bearings, we can choose from steel space balls with those built-in bearings. Those are built-in bearings. They have like half of a spacer on each side of each bearing. Put them together. You don't need spacers or anything. So I'm going to choose the integrated space balls as opposed to the ceramic space ball bearings. Those are crazy bearings, but I don't need that. And then for assembly, ooh, look at that. So you can get us to set up the board for you for an extra $10, or you can set it up yourself. And you get a free skate tool if you do that. So I'm definitely going to set this board up myself because I want a free skate tool. Give me that skate tool. And yeah, and then there's free swag. Oh, sweet. Stickers and a magazine. I didn't even know that was there. So you get a free skate tool, stickers, and a magazine for building your board, basically. Well, the stickers in the magazine come anyways, but you get a free skate tool. It's a good deal. So add this to my cart, and hopefully in a future video, you guys will see me riding that board. Yeah. There it is. The deck, the trucks, the wheels, the angled risers, the countersunk hardware. Oh, I accidentally chose ceramic spaceball bearings. I guess I'm going to have a really good time on my skateboard.
What if you don't know how to set up your board?
Oh man, I forgot. Yeah, so if you don't know how to set up your board, right below the board builder is an assemble your skateboard video, article, write-up, tutorial. I don't know what to call it, but we have a bunch of information on how to assemble your skateboard. Now, I think doing this is probably a really good way to learn all the different parts of your board and how it works. And knowing that could basically make you a better rider because you know what's going on underneath your feet. If you're just taking it for granted, ignorance is not bliss in this scenario. You kind of want to know what's happening under your feet on a skateboard at least, because it's an easy fix. It's not like it's a car where my check engine light is on and I'm just, yeah, that's not there. We're just gonna pretend that, yeah, $3,000 I don't have, whatever. But a skateboard, we can fix that, and it's actually gonna be a lot safer if we do. Safer and more fun. So yeah, if you learn how to assemble your skateboard with, wow, look at all these steps that we have. Yeah, you'll definitely know how to do that. And if you already know how to put together a skateboard, which a lot of people do, I mean, by all means, free skate tool, so do that up too. Yeah, 9 steps, 10 steps, 9 steps. Step 10 is dicker up your deck. You're already done. Easy. So, with that, if you're not about building your own dinghy or you don't want a dinghy, maybe you're more into the butter white line surf skate that we have. for the next 48 hours, or probably 47 hours now, I don't know when it started, we have the discount code SURFBUTTER20. That's SURFBUTTER20, all caps, no spaces, to get 20% off a complete butter white line surf skate on the website right now. I think that's kind of bringing us to a close. So we're going to try to check the last questions in the live chat and yeah, figure out what we might have to talk about after that. So Jans, I'm sorry if I butchered your name. It asks, what's the best board to get my 4-year-old son? Now, I think one of the best boards to get a kid could be, do we still have the Mighty Mite?
We got that in the bottle rocket too.
So one of the boards that I recommend to everyone, I used to teach skateboard camps for 5 years, and I got, I think, everyone to buy a Mighty Mite. You wouldn't believe how many kids loved this little skateboard. This thing is just perfectly to scale for a kid, and it's unbelievable. Now, the reason I love a regular skateboard for someone that's just learning, especially something that's like 4 years old, is that you have both the nose and the tail. And so this really acts as like a balance tool, if that makes sense. And they can learn whether they're regular, they're goofy, how to tic-tac and pivot around the room. I mean, it becomes something they can use on the carpet just for fun. That's how I learned to skateboard for the most part. My parents wouldn't let me outside. But yeah, it becomes something that you can really use everywhere. This board is like a dinghy that we've scaled down to size for kids as well. And it's just as fun. It's got a little bit less of a nose. It's not symmetrical. And so, that being said, it's a little bit more intense of a ride. Not intense. Intense is the wrong word. A little bit more involved of a ride. You gotta make sure which end is the front, right? Which might be difficult for a 4-year-old. I don't know. That's basically all I'm trying to say. It's not symmetrical. But yeah, these two boards are awesome for children. I really, really, really like this board. Wow. Moving on to our next question. Drody asks, can we see the ATV Cowboy in action? So the way that works is the ATV Cowboy is the ATV Classic shape, and the Cowboy is just the graphic name. So we got this dude, Cam McGregor, who just released the sickest video I've ever seen. I was there when some of the clips got filmed, and it was dude, that guy is super, super good at skating. So he just released a video on the ATV Classic. You want to see that thing in action? You gotta check out Cam's video. Now, any more questions? Final question?
Yeah, someone asked about how the surf skates are on ramps.
Surf skate with ramps. Well, we actually just released a video not too long ago of us skating ramps on a surf skate. Maybe not exactly what you're thinking, but we have our surf skate race challenge, a bunch of words, but you can check that video out on our channel, and you'll see a bunch of people like racing around as fast as they can up and down these wavy ramps, and I think there's a kicker somewhere, and I don't know, we go up and down ramps. It works pretty well. It's fun. It's just fine. I don't know. I did it. It's cool. The best part is you can pump up to the ramp. So it's, yeah, fun. Yeah, I think that's it for questions. And with that said, we're probably going to wrap up for today, unless there's anything that I missed. I got to double check. The poll. Yeah, I'll just remind you guys about the poll. So we got the poll below, and we got the discount code, which is probably below as well. But in the poll, remember, because we're on this surf skate kick, that you got to vote on which spot we're going to skate for the next video on our surf skates. So the 4 choices are the Georgia Banks, a park, a pathway through a park, a pretty gnarly pathway through a park, the Bonzer Bowl, and you guys got to remind me, what's the 4th one? The Canby Bridge, which I believe, yeah, it's in the lead. It's winning. So You can check out all of the spots. There should be links and such, and then you can vote on where we should skate in the next video. And hopefully you feel strongly, because I don't know, I don't want to hurt myself. Don't choose something too dangerous. But yeah, have fun. Until next time, my name is Reese Boyko.
Thanks for tuning in to Live with Landyachtz. See you next time.